happening, guys? Sam Adams here with your Nintendo E3 2019 Direct recap. Of course, a ton of news was packed into a very small amount of time, and I am going to be hitting the highlights for you. But if you do want a deeper dive into any of these projects and more, Nintendo is hosting Treehouse live streams throughout the week to give you a deeper dive into what exactly has been unveiled. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hit the highlights for Nintendo at E3 2019. The biggest news came at the end of the show. There is a direct sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild currently in development. Of course, Breath of the Wild, one of the most successful games on the Nintendo Switch, and a launch title at that, but a brand new game is in development that picks up right where that one left off, and that is a fantastic move because I love that rendition of Hyrule. Animal Crossing fans, rejoice, you finally have a definitive release date, but also mourn a little bit because it's out further than you would like. March 20th, 2020 is the release date of Animal Crossing New Horizon, but we did get a pretty good gameplay trailer that shows off some of the features. Of course, I'm not into this at all, but I know a ton of you are, so I thought that I would mention it here. I know a ton of you are. An unbelievable amount of people want to play Animal Crossing, but good news, it's only 9 months away. Think of it like a baby. Link's Awakening is officially coming out September 20th of 2019. Of course, this is the remake of a famous Game Boy game that came out way back in the day, but man, does this game look good. September is jam-packed with a ton of games from across the industry, but this is one of the cutest little games coming out in 2019, and I say that in a respectful way because it's still a phenomenal game. Luigi's Mansion 3 was shown off, and it is still coming out in 2019, but we also were introduced to Gooigi, a Luigi made of goo that you switch back and forth between during the single-player campaign. Essentially, it's a puzzle mechanic of sorts, where if the regular Luigi can't get through, say, some metal bars, Gooigi, which is literally a Jello Luigi, can squeeze through the bars. It makes me just as uncomfortable as it makes you. But I digress, it does have couch and online co-op, so if you want to hunt some ghosts with friends, congratulations, that is on the table. But again, coming out sometime in 2019, if I had to guess, around the fall/winter season. As teased at the end of Travis Strikes Back, No More Heroes 3 is officially coming in 2020, continuing the story and the craziness. I just wanted to let you know that that is actually happening. Then we have the Collection of Mana, which is something that leaked out a couple of weeks back, but now we have a confirmation that it is in fact real, and it's cooler than you might think. So the Collection of Mana essentially consists of all of the Secrets of Mana series, but there's a twist. So you have Final Fantasy Adventure, which is number 1, Secret of Mana, which is number 2, and then Trials of Mana, which is the English debut of a game that was trapped in Japan for essentially the past nearly 3 decades, now officially getting an English debut. But now let's talk about some Contra, because Contra Rogue Core has been revealed for a September 24th release date, and I want to make it very clear, as much as you want it to be a Contra game, this does not look like a Contra game. It's very unfortunate. It looks like a knockoff brand of a Housemarque game. But even if it doesn't pan out to be the game that we all want it to be, there is the Contra Anniversary Collection, which is out today and includes a variety of various Contra games. You have Contra Arcade, Super Contra, Contra North America, Contra Japan, Super C, Contra 3 The Alien Wars, Operation C, Contra Hardcore, Super Pro Protector, Alien Rebels, and Pro Protector, all included with the Contra Anniversary Collection, which is a big bang for your buck. Now let's get into the weird news. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition is coming to the Nintendo Switch. I do not know how that is possible. The world is enormous. The textures are very in-depth, which makes me question how that's possible. Everything about The Witcher 3 makes it seem like it's something that even a PS4 struggles with, yet here we are with it on the Nintendo Switch. Coming out sometime in 2019, I don't know how it's possible, but hey, I'm not questioning it either. For fans of Resident Evil, it looked like there was a new Resident Evil game coming to the Switch, but lo and behold, it was not. It was just a re-release as we've seen over the past few months. Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 are both coming out sometime in fall of 2019, if you are a fan of those games. And of course, there were a couple of other games mentioned here and there, but one that really caught my eye that I thought that I should mention is Empire of Sin, coming out in spring of 2020. It's being developed by John Romero, the creator of Doom, in collaboration with Paradox Interactive, and it's essentially a Mafia experience from the perspective of like a top-down shooter. It's a really, really cool looking game, and one that I think has a fantastic atmosphere and has a lot of potential to be a very successful indie. It's one to keep your eye on without a doubt. But that pretty much hits the highlights of the Nintendo E3 2019 Direct. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, or inquiries, please leave them in the comment section down below. And of course, if you happen to be brand new to the channel, I do upload new stuff throughout the week. I've got a podcast, tons of content for you to enjoy, and you can always follow me on Twitter to stay up to date and informed. But until next time, you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. I will be collaborating with people and trying to figure out exactly how they got The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt running on a Switch. But I digress. You guys have a fantastic one, and peace.